On behalf of We Electronics, and in this video we're going to be talking about money circulation as well as bank reserves. So when it comes to the economic system, the Federal Reserve is responsible for manipulating the economy by pumping money into the banks, by buying bonds, helping the banks to lend to its customers, to its clients, helping the banks to give out loans, as a result of which you have GDP going up, as a result of which you have an expansionary, monetary policy, which is good for the GDP and the economic system. However, we also know that as the Fed pumps money into the system, as the Fed buys treasury bonds from the banks within a nation, and the consumers are able to borrow and spend money, the money gets devalued over a period of time. Now as money gets devalued, the Federal Reserve, the Feds, they will go ahead and increase or bump the interest rates up, as a result of which, you now have, consumer spending going down. As consumer spending goes down, eventually, you have recession setting in again. So you have recession kicking in. As recession kicks in, the Federal Reserve will go ahead and manipulate the interest rates once again, one more time. And they will lower down the interest rates. And the cycle continues. As the country goes in and out of recession and inflation. So the idea behind this, the reason why I'm explaining this right now is because this all has to do with money circulation. Money circulation within the economic system. All right, so if we talk about money supply, there are different types of money supply. There's different types of money supply when it comes to the Federal Reserve. You have M0 or MB, which has to do with the unweighted total of Federal Reserve notes and Treasury coins. So this is Treasury coins, as well as Federal Reserve notes. So Federal Reserve notes. All right, now apart from that, apart from MB or MO, you also have M1. Now M1, this is, in addition, to your traveler's checks and demand deposits. So M1, this is traveler's checks, and demand deposits. Now, apart from M1, you also have M2. And M2 covers M1 as well as time-saving deposits and retail money market mutual fund shares. So M2, this is time-saving deposits. And it covers, retail money market mutual fund shares. So this is mutual fund shares. In addition to M1. All right, now apart from M2, you also have M3, and M3 covers M2. M3 covers M2. And time deposits. So you have time deposits over here. Okay, you've got money market mutual fund shares. So money market mutual fund shares. Okay, repurchase agreements in euro dollars. So you got repurchase agreements and euro dollars. Okay, so this is MO, M1, M2, and M3. Okay, now when it comes to the circulation of money, the reason why the Federal Reserve Bank manipulates the circulation of money is to control macroeconomic variables. Okay, we talked about these macroeconomic variables when it came to fiscal policies, when it came to your monetary policies, where the feds were involved. Okay, so basically what they're trying to control is inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. Okay, so this is inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. Okay, so when the monetary policies kick in, we talked about these earlier. Okay, as the monetary policies kick in, we know that the country goes out of recession. Okay, the consumers are able to spend more. Okay, so consumers spend more. To the extent that at some point, the money gets devalued. And because this money is devalued, eventually what the feds will do, they will bump the interest rates up. Okay, so they will bump the interest. The second step is to bump the interest rates up. And as you bump the interest rates up, what's going to happen is consumer is going to invest more than spend. Okay, because obviously, if you're making more money off your savings account, what you want to do right now at this time, is to invest money into your savings account. So when the interest rates go down, you can then withdraw money from your savings account and spend. Okay, so as a result of which, the consumers will wait for the feds, for the Federal Reserve Bank, to lower down the interest rate. And that's exactly what the feds will do. Okay, why? Because at this point, what's happening is the economy is shrinking. Okay, the GDP is shrinking because the investments from businesses are going down, domestic businesses going down. Okay, consumer are spending less. And these are the main components of real GDP, apart from net exports and government spending on infrastructure. Okay, so we know that GDP shrinks, as a result of which the interest rates are reduced once more. Okay, and when the interest rates are reduced, the economy, goes out of recession again. Okay, so basically this is a cycle of recession and inflation, so to speak. And for this cycle to continue, you need these three macroeconomic variables, to be manipulated. Okay, so you have inflation, which changes into a recession. Okay, you have unemployment, which changes into employment as consumers spend more. Okay, more jobs are created. Okay, and then you have interest rates that goes up and down. Okay, when it comes to your fiscal policies, when it comes to your monetary policies. Okay, we're talking about the Federal Reserve Bank. Okay, so basically what's happening over here is, these three macroeconomic variables are being manipulated, by the circulation of money. Okay, and we talked about what money is made up of, when it comes to the Federal Reserve Bank as well as the banks. Okay, you have M0, M1, M2, and M3. Okay, so this is where the knowledge of M0, M1, M2, and M3 kicks in. All right, so that would be it for this video. On behalf of Electronics, this is Ubaid. Have yourself a great day.